And now on to the system and the capture. So as you can see, it all works fairly well. I don't really see any problems at all. We can go into the game and see how everything will look. I haven't complete tested, but everything looks pretty good so far. There are a few problems, but those aren't really about the quality or anything. That the capture thing works perfectly, though I had some issues getting it to work. Right here, as you can see, is Mario and Luigi Dream Team Bros. It's the European version, of course. So I'm just gonna go into the game, just to take a look at some things. I don't even know why I have my stylus. It's rarely used in this game, possible at all. Right now, as I can hear, the sound isn't really that optimized, but I was supposed to get a cable that will make the sound better. However, I haven't gotten that apparently. It didn't get with the package, so yeah. Anyway, let's go inside this thing here. If I want to, I could actually play by only watching the computer screen actually. Let's see, where should we go? Let's fight a bandit. Just for the heck of it. Yeah, there's bandit over here. I'm actually playing only using the computer screen. So everything you see here, there's no delays whatsoever. Which is very great. In case you want to do that. You can use it to record for streaming or just record like I do now for video footage. What I would also like to show you is right now I turned on 3D. You will be able to see any differences. There are multiple ways you can see 3D. There are 3 modes. There's the regular 3D off, which is what I just have. Then there's anaglyphic. Don't know if you can see that. But then it turns this on. If you like this kind of 3D, that's pretty neat. There's also the side-by-side 3D. So if I turn it on, it would be like this. And I could play a full 3D on my screen. I don't like it that much 3D. So for example, if I do this. And wow, the 3DS XL really feels good. I played with a regular 3DS, so I don't really fully know these things. Anyway, let's just show off for that. You can also swap with left and right if that's what you wish. If you somehow has 2 left eyes, or your right eye is your left eye and left eye is your right eye. I have no idea, but you can do that. I don't know if you can see the 3D mode equals off there. Anyway, it doesn't really matter if you can see it or not. So let's check this out. Right now, as I also said before, the audio, this is just from using the USB cable. What you hear here. I don't know if I can do it better, but it's slower than 40,000 hertz. Or what was it again? Let me see if I can get it up again. Sound settings. Sample rate is 32,700. The maximum I can get up on is 33,000. So the audio is not optimized. Oh, sorry about that lag. But anyway, it's not completely optimized, but that's because I don't have the audio cable. But it does work if you really can't get the other audio cable, even though you can buy it at the same side for this capture device. I will explain more about the capture device itself. Right now, I'll just show you how it works. So everything looks pretty good. Right now I'm just using the computer screen. I'm still not using the screen on the 3DS XL. Even though I bought the bigger one because I like to have a bigger screen. So let's check it out. Let's choose one where you actually had to move a bit. Let's choose Star Rocket just to be OP. in this case, it's easier to just use the screen on the DS, 3DS. I mean, you get a better feel of it that way, especially for a game like this. Luigi couldn't decide there. Anyway, this is a late game thing. I'm at the final boss. Die. Anyway, that's the end of this battle. Anyway, let's just go and try something else. This was a 3DS game. I'll just cut until I can get into a DS game, like the recent one I'm actually playing. I will begin to record with this thing for my new Super Mario Brothers Let's Play. So let's switch over to that game. Okay, now I'm in New Super Mario Brothers. As you can see, it all looks good. When the program for the 3DS for the capture thing start up, it would actually look pretty bad. You had to change some of the settings a bit. You will get the feel of it, but I found a middle point that actually looks like it's perfect for everything. So let's just quickly take this. I had to go through all the worlds before I can even continue for the next part. So let's get this item here. And it feels a lot better than using an emulator, I can tell this much. Whee! Oh, up. Might as well go at the thing so I don't have to go through this stage too many times. And it is pretty good. And again, I could use the computer screens for this. I kind of forgot about what happens in the stage. Anyway, wah! Okay, I didn't. Okay, that's because I'm using the circle pad. I probably shouldn't use the circle pad for a DS game. It isn't optimized for that. I have much easier control here than on a regular controller I used before. But everything looks up to par. It's pretty awesome. Now, I might as well talk about how I got this and what I needed to do to make it work. First of all, there are two main people that actually releases these 3DS systems, so you can capture on them. 3DS capture kits are what they are called, actually. Extra motherboards that are implemented into the systems. You can choose to do it this yourself by one of them, and the other one will do it for you. The two main guys are one, Loppy, which is an American developer, well, a developer with an American guy, and he or she, I actually don't know, but I will just prefer both of them as males. So he can either get a new 3DS, only American though, and implement the board into it and send it to you. He's the cheapest one of the two, but he is limited. Right now he is working on getting a 3DS XL version out, but it isn't as of right now. And if you're living in somewhere other than the United States, you had to send him your 3DS, and that can be a bit of a hassle sometimes. When I wanted to buy the 3DS capture kit, I want to buy it from him because he's the cheapest of the two. However, he didn't have any way of actually giving it at that point. I couldn't even buy anything, even of the retailer he has. I couldn't buy it. So I turned to the other one, which is Katsukity. He is much better in many other ways. However, Katsukity is only Japanese. He does have things translated to English, but it's horrible. I couldn't even use anything he said as when I had to set up everything. I had to look up on the net and YouTube videos to get everything to work, which is pretty sad actually. But anyway, aside from the language barrier, you could buy a regular 3DS kit or a 3DS XL kit. The differences here is that you can choose from any region: Japan, Europe. Well, technically the 3 different regions: PAL, NTSC something, and the Japanese one, JP. And that's the regions you can choose from. But you can choose to either send him your system or make him buy another one and send it to you. He will actually also he actually uses a factory to make these too, so they will be sent up pretty fast. I bought this thing when was it, a week ago, and I got it now, and that was pretty damn fast. A Lappy doesn't do it that fast unless you are really lucky. So this was factory made. Soldering and all that was factory done, which is pretty cool. And this guy also does PlayStation Vita for Katsukity, if that's interested you. However, it doesn't me, so I didn't really go for that. But 3DS does work. He is more expensive though. He was way more expensive before, but he is less expensive. I gave $500 for this. Or was it euros? I kind of forgot. I think it was dollars. You can see it on the side. Both sides will be linked in the description. And for because the language barrier is a bit, you need to tell Katsukity to actually have the factory soldering for you. Otherwise, you will just get the 3DS and the kit side by side, so you can solder it yourself. There is on each product it says that you had to say it. So just say it, just to be on the safe side. I wouldn't do anything different. I'm rambling a bit on too much. Perhaps I should... Anyway. Might as well just stand here because I'm just talking. So let's see. When you're done that, a couple days will go and then he will send it to you. It costs a little bit extra because he uses DHL. And if you're in Europe, it will cost a bit extra. It costs about 100 euros extra. About, I gave a little 100 euros extra because it has to be sent. Ew. This thing cost me a fortune. But I'm happy with it. So that's pretty good. And also for the installation. That was a pain in the ass. I don't even know how I got it to work. But just keep trying and suddenly it works apparently. The driver thing didn't work properly. You had to do something about, if you can't get it to work, probably because you have a Windows 8 computer or something, then you have to do something so the computer doesn't use digital signatures. You can look something like that up. But it was a pain in the ass. I got this package a few hours ago and first now was able to actually do some recording. Oh boy. But anyway. Also, the program that comes with the system, well, not really comes with the system, you have to download off the web. It doesn't have a record feature, so I'm actually using a different program to record from this game. I'm using Bandicam. I want to use Fraps, but apparently Fraps didn't like this, so I had to use Bandicam. A little bit saddening, but anyway. Once you got everything to work, everything works smoothly. Even as I'm doing these things, it's easy to do things. I really love this. I don't regret anything for buying it at all. It cost a fortune, but it is worth a fortune. So I would say, if you're interested in this, and I really mean interested, and not just, it could be fun. I mean really interested, you want to use the kind of money for it, then go for it. It's really worth it. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with it. So yeah, I really love to add this now, especially since I wanted a 3DS XL. I actually have 2 other 3DSs, which is kind of funny now. I have 3DSs. Anyway, enough about this. That's all you really need to know. If you have any questions, just reply down below in a comment, and I will do whatever I can to answer it. I don't know too much, but I have gotten this to work. So if you have any problems, ask me, and I will see if I can give you a good answer that actually will help you. So anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed these videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!